But I'm moving closer so that y'all can hear me when I say this.
Y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we have my doctor follow-up appointment that is scheduled after my procedure. I just threw on this pleated skirt that I got from H&M. This is a repeat skirt. When I like something, I'm a repeater, okay? I don't really go out, I don't really do too much. I'm gonna repeat my looks. I paid for it. I also have this hat on. I don't remember where I got it from. This is like my very first ever hat. Y'all already know. I cut my hair a couple of vlogs ago and it ain't short enough for me. So I still don't know what to do with it yet. And then this top I got from, I want to say either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. One of them places or whatever. And yeah, it's a little crop top or whatever. So I'm gonna throw on my little tan little slides. They're downstairs. And take my lip gloss with me and head on over to my doctor appointment. Hopefully we got some good news. I am gonna tell her about my little accident that I caused and created for myself. So hopefully I'll be able to give you guys an update and answer some follow-up questions that some people have asked, and I provide them once I leave out of my doctor's appointment. But I'm gonna bring y'all along. Hey y'all, my car smells so good every time I get in it and cut the air on. It's these Febreze car clips that they sent over to me. It was gifted to me, but y'all, that's my new thing. If you look, I got all these wires connected behind my mirror from the little string ones that don't even be lasting. But I am just leaving out of my doctor's office, and y'all, it went really good. She said that she would not recommend me doing anything more than what I already have on my plate, which she understands and knows that it's a lot. So I had her show me. I didn't actually get to see like my uterus that was removed, but I said, doctor, like all the research that I had did and everything, I said I was so used to hearing about people's stories and testimonies of even having to go through the C-section or do the abdominal. And she was like, it just depends on the doctors. A lot of them don't want to go to school or go back to, or don't want to learn that method, depending on the age of them. And she said that a lot of places don't want to invest in a robot that may not get utilization. Like, it's a lot of money. They don't want to make that investment. So they were able to go ahead and do the least invasive way. She was like, you are a pleasure and I ain't trying to toot my own horn, because I kept telling her, you did an amazing job. And I'm so glad that, and I don't know who this is for, okay? This is for myself too, but I'm moving closer so that y'all can hear me when I say this. Stop motion based off of emotion. Like, stop moving about a way that is not your normal character, or that's going to cause you to act out of character because you're in your emotions. Okay, don't do that, because like I said, even with me recovering, I was having moments of, you know, being hard on myself, like saying to myself, like, if I was in Delaware, I would have had the help and support that I needed. Like, I moved down to Georgia to be closer to my mom, who, you know, was single, and I'm like, she's never been that factor in my life. Like, my dad would jump up down to like my sister and my younger sister and my younger brother's mom, always just like there, like whenever I needed them to be there or whatever. And I'm like, here it is, me and my 3 kids are somewhere to where we no longer have that. And out of my emotions, I was like, you know, I want to go back to Delaware. Sometimes you can say things that you don't really mean. You might be projecting. And when I say things that you don't really mean, you can't expect a person to be anything outside of who they showed you to be. Like, you can express yourself. You can say how things have impacted you. You have a right to speak those things to whoever you feel the need to. But you got to keep in mind, those people have been themselves for just as long as you've been yourself, or longer. So I'm just really glad, and overall, because I had issues. I don't know if I've said this on a vlog. I don't know where I picked up at, but I've had issues to where my surgery ultimately had got rescheduled a few times, and I was starting to get very frustrated because my doctor had gotten in a car accident. She broke her hand. She had to push all her surgeries back. I was made aware of this back in April. So when I was still having my heavy cycles and everything, and I was supposed to get my procedure done in June, and they're calling me like, oh, you gotta go do this, and I'm complying. I'm leaving work early. I'm making up my time at work and everything, even though, you know, like my manager was like, your salary, you don't have, I'm still in that box, in that bubble or whatever. But ultimately I was very frustrated, because I'm like, at the end of the day, your team is scheduling you for things and you work with them. I'm going ahead and doing what they're telling me to do, all the while you're not able to do it. So in that moment, I'm like, I'm getting ready to switch doctors, and people was like, you need to find another doctor. So then I'm like, God, is this your way of telling me to go to somebody else? And all of these other things. I'm already an overthinker, and I think that comes from wanting to be in control. And I just had to know that this is not something that's happening to me. It's something that is happening for me to share with y'all, to help somebody else, to calm somebody else, you know, things of that nature. So I hope that what I just said helps somebody and sticks with somebody, because it's definitely a part of my healing journey and my journey overall. So I'm starving. I have not eaten anything whatsoever. I was just sending out messages to my virtual support system, just letting them know that my doctor's appointment went good. I did not get any internal check on myself or whatever. It was just like a communication, and I asked her like, what kind of things should I like look forward to or be concerned with. So this was, I don't know how they code it, but the next one I'll come back in 4 weeks, and that will be my 6-week checkup. And she said, you just want to be concerned there should be no bleeding. Like if there's any bleeding, today's appointment was just to make sure that I'm healing and recovering to the best of my ability. She said that she definitely would not recommend me doing anything outside of what I am doing. She don't even want me doing what I am doing, but she understands, you know, I can't have my kids miss out on certain things, and us not being really from here. We've been here now for almost 5 years, but you know how it is as a parent. Like, I'd rather be fully responsible for my kids than to relinquish, you know. So, and everybody has their own obligations and things too. Like I have my friend Courtney, she reached out like, hey, what day do they need this? I can drop them off. I'm available at this time. And it just has, sometimes I don't know that I have a heavy plate until I realize that certain things didn't get eaten off of my plate. So I appreciate them even extending the offer and everything. But yeah, so in 4 weeks, that will be my 6-week checkup. Now, I don't know if that's technically my 6 weeks or if it's a little, I'm unsure, because I did have an appointment in my phone or from my chart, but it's no longer in there. So they handed me a slip and said that I got to go make another appointment because it was removed out. This is an OBGYN office, so it could have been due to scheduling, births, stuff like that. But needless to say, when I go back in that appointment, it will be an internal appointment. They said that they like to tell people so that they are mentally prepared. And that was another thing, like when I was watching follow-up videos and things like that, a lot of people was like, it was a vaginal. Like, I did not know that. And I was already had my mind around that today. Like, I thought that that was going to be a today appointment, but it was not a today appointment. So I'm thankful and grateful, because I told her that I pulled that refrigerator. I keep saying refrigerator. Yo, it was not a refrigerator. I slid that stove out and I pushed that stove back in. And she said, don't do it again. I said, I promise you, right hand of God, I ain't gonna do it again. But yeah, my hair has been shedding. I did put heat on my hair. You all know I haven't done it again, but shedding is a part of the process. I think that these were things that I was bringing to her attention based off of, again, my research, what I was learning and following, finding other people had experienced. So let's go get some food. I was online and I seen Jersey Mike. Oh. Before I get off of that, we transparent, we family over here. So I just want to add in the fact that I was like telling her when I got home in a couple of days after my surgery, the scale was not my friend. Like, I felt like I had blew up. I let myself down, and she was like looking at me like she's very soft-spoken. She's very like sympathetic and everything like that. And she was like, you had a lot of fluids, your way to go back down, like you're fine. Like her voice does not go behind miss. Like, I almost wanted to go take a nap, but I told her, I said, you should be very proud of yourself that you are doing things that is changing people's lives. And I said to her, I said, why didn't I get this done in November? She said, you did it when you were supposed to do it. You did it when you felt comfortable doing it. And I was like, you right, girl. You right. So shout out to her. I'm going to call my friend and just share the wonderful news or whatever, and go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. What y'all be getting? Like, I used to be very big on subs and everything. There was a place back home called Capriati's that really got my wheels on a bus spinning when it came down to like fresh turkey, like actual turkey that you would have on Thanksgiving, and then creating a sub on that. They had this one that was called like a Bobby, and it had like stuffing, cranberry sauce, mayo, all the things or whatever. But down here we have like a Capriati's, but it's about an hour away. I'm not doing that. I'm hungry. JG Wentworth, I'm hungry now. Okay. And I don't know what I want there. What y'all be getting from Jersey Mike's? I could, like I said, I do Publix sometimes. It's over in the same area as Publix, but if I go to Publix, I'm gonna get that hot honey. And matter of fact, with that recall, I know that stores will not continue to sell things that's recalled, but I kind of want that hot honey chicken sub. And I ain't take out nothing to make for dinner. First of all, my appointment was at 10:45, and I got out of there when I got on this phone talking to y'all. So I was kind of, I don't like that, because some people, you don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I got to do. Like, well, what's taking you so long? And the thing that really got me irritated was that the nurse, when she did my vitals and all that, the nurse was like, oh, the doctor's on schedule and all that. Like, that, I find like when people be wanting feedback to me, I'm including that. Okay? Like, I could sit up there and give you all your bells and whistles, your flowers and everything else, but I'm including the fact that I sat up there and waited. Like, it's me and y'all in here. What y'all doing? And I ain't want to wait out because I didn't want to leave because I'm not coming back. I'm not doing that. But needless to say, the more I talk, and that's another reason I'm going to get me a sub, or a sub of some sense, because it's going to be quick. It's gonna be quick, easy breezy, and then I can go home in time to take out something to make for dinner. So let's go ahead, y'all.